So I've just came and picked up my new whip. You can't see it because it's on the trailer behind me. But this is what sunny Sunderland looks like. The snow's out. I've got to have a screw loose. Let's get back to the garage and get this new whip and show you guys what I've got. And this is the beauty. A 2-litre Tfsi VW engine. So this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. In fact, this is the moment that all of you guys have been waiting for me to do. I've picked myself up an Audi A3, 2005 model, Audi A3 S-Line, Tfsi 2-litre, and we are going fully petrol inside this next build. But those who know me know that I like a challenge, and I'm not here to just mess around. I want to get this so that we can have a Tfsi fully built from the ground up. Now, you've all been waiting for me to do this, and guys, I can only apologise for taking so long, but I've had to get Bonnie and get the other project builds done first. And this is just sat in here in my mother's garage while we strip it down, engine out, all the parts off, ready to put into our new VW Caddy. And I said to you guys, I would never buy a DSG again, but I've gone and done it. I've bought a DSG, and this thing does not drive, but it runs. Now, I had to absolutely kangaroo it to get it into the garage. It was stalling all the time. It was a pain in the backside, but we got it done. And I think this one's not been modified other than the air intake by the looks of it. Again, I need to do a full scan on VCDS before I start stripping this thing down. But I've started doing a lot of research. Now I'm going to break it all for parts inside the garage, get the engine out, get the gearbox out, get everything out as one. And then I need to make a decision whether I'm going to do a repin of the plugs that are from the wiring loom, such as this, etc. These pins, and ignore the oil, I'll tell you about that in a minute. So these pins here, I'm wondering whether I'm going to repin and depin into the ECU and write all that information down and document all of that, or whether I'm going to take the full wiring loom and take the Audi interior, because I really do like the interior of the Audi. There's two ways of doing these engine swaps. Number one, you take all the interior, you take all the wiring loom, you take it all out as one, and you put that into your donor car on your VW Caddy. Now, I really want to do that on this next Caddy. I don't really want to repin and depin, but I know that that's what you guys want me to do. So drop me a comment down below and let me know what you guys want me to do. Full loom swap or depin and repin. I want the dashboard, I want everything inside there, and I think the best way to do that is by taking all the Audi components. I think it'll look really smart inside the Caddy van. But I know you guys want me to learn the pinning information. I can still learn that. I can still look at all the pinning and repinning and depinning information that you guys need. And I can share all that information, not a problem. However, I do like the interior on these Audis. I think they're pristine. There's a nice pair of seats in there. It just doesn't make it a Caddy. It makes it even better. So I'm unsure about what I'm going to do wiring wise. I can repin, I can depin, I can share all that information, not a problem. But what I need to do on this one especially is I want the subframe from it. I want subframe. It's actually got a lowering kit on it as well. You're probably seeing it's got a lowering kit on, some sort of coilover kit. So we'll have a look at that. If they're any good, we'll take all of that. The alloy wheels look pretty good as well. Quite happy with them. So they look half decent. So we're definitely going to be taking them. And I'm raring to go. I want to get into this and I want to get started, but I've got to read the codes first because I need to know what the faults are on the DSG before I put that into the Caddy. So for those who know me, know that finding any information out about a 2-litre Tfsi petrol is pretty much non-existent on the internet, or how to do an engine swap. Now, there is a couple of ways of doing it, and I don't even know half the plugs on this engine. I've never touched one of these engines before, remember guys. So the lads who bought it off, shout out to the lads, tried to do a DSG gearbox service, tried to do the filter and oil, but they couldn't get it working again. Now, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't get lucky. Sometimes the damage is done on these things, these DSG gearboxes as well. So the damage is probably already done, and we can see that when I take the box off, and we'll have a little look at it. But guys, she sounds really, really good. Let me show you the inside. So although it's a little bit old, I do really like the interior of the Audi, especially the A3 model. I think they are pretty pristine, and I want all the interior ideally in the Caddy. I'd love that in the next Caddy project, but I just don't know, because if I do that, it means I have to do a full loom swap, and that means that there's two parts to this then. I want to get this project all wired up so you guys know how you can do this if you want to build a TFSI Caddy. So I think the first things first is we've just got to get this thing stripped down, stripped back, and have a look at it. Like I say, I don't know enough about it. This is a DSG model, and I know, guys, I said I'd never buy a DSG again, but now I know how to wire them in. I'd like another DSG challenge, and if not, I'll just put it back to a manual. I'm really not that fussed now that I know how to do it. It's been a real good learning curve, a learning experience with Bonnie Blue. So I'm quite happy to have a go. I really am. And that's why I bought this DSG. So let's get us started, boys. Oh, I have to climb in. Obviously, I'm sat in the bloody... It does have a funky smell in here, lads. Like it's been sat on the front for a while. And being used as like... what we'd refer to in the northeast as a... we call it a hot box. Battery's been low, remember?
Now when I first started it started really lumpy. I thought, this doesn't seem right. But actually what I found out is it was absolutely on the breadline for fuel. So I topped up some fuel and it sounds much better now.
She sounds pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. So I'm going to read the codes. So I know that's really low on fuel, so I'm not going to spend too much time here, but I see things here. Traction control light, looks like it's coloured in. So obviously some of these codes, I'm going to clear all the codes. In fact, we can clear all the codes now. Just see what we get back. But I am thinking about taking the A3 interior next, because just look at how nice and smart it is. I do want to put this inside the next Caddy project. How nice does that thing sound? And look at how happy I am. Oh, guys. Let's get these codes ready, let's have a look at it. So as I said before, the car starts perfect. What it doesn't do is it doesn't go into gear. It's got a fault. So there's that auto trans fault that I was expecting to see. Transmission fluid pressure adaptation at limit. Interesting. So we'll have a look at that code, but now I know that code's there, I'm going to do what the pros would do now. So I'm going to do what the pros would do now, and I'm going to take a full backup. I'm going to stop the engine first, like so, and I'm going to read a full scan. So normally you'd only do like a small scan section, but I want a full scan of this car, knowing what's working, what's not working, before I take the engine out. But yeah, guys, look how clean it is. It's just, it does smell a little bit. By smell, I think it's like a hot box smell. You guys who know will know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, it's making me smile more, but yeah, it stinks. It stinks inside here. So lads, if you're watching, it stinks in here. and those lads can smell it from a mile away. So, yeah, we've got... Guys, I'm over the moon. I can't wait to get this in the caddy. Next thing we're doing now, scanning this code, and after that, I'm stripping this full down. I want this car out of here, so I can bring a caddy in here next, get it plugged inside here, and we're going to do the next build on the channel. Guys, that is probably it for today's video. Now, if you're not subscribed, do me a massive favour, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because it really does help the channel grow, and I don't ask for much. So if you can hit the like and the subscribe button, it would be really, really appreciated. And look, if you're looking forward to learning how to pin, repin, depin from a 1.6 or from a normal caddy to a 2-litre Tfsi, this is going to be the video series for you. So next one, we'll get it fully stripped down, everything out. I'll get all the wiring looms, I'll get everything out of this car ready, all the parts ready for our donor to go inside our caddy. See you guys on the next video.